Hello, welcome to Yoga Rocks Box. I'm here with Josie Sykes again. Josie's just taught our first retreat of the season. It's been fantastic, we've been very lucky with the weather. The skies have been blue all week. I'm going to talk to Josie a little bit about back to yoga and devotional practices and how it all kind of connects. What would you like to talk about first? Maybe a little bit about back to yoga and what really it is?
Yeah. Or I can tell you what I think it is.
Yeah, that'll do.
So, the practices of Bhakti are the devotional practices. So, very emotional kind of practices. So, chanting would be number one, and it's really, yeah. If we talk specifically about chanting, then you really delve into the depths of the heart to reveal our true nature, which is love, of course. Yeah. So for me, that's how I practice Bhakti, is chanting. Yeah. I think that that's what I want to say about it. My first question. Yeah.
And so a lot of the chants are to certain Hindu deities,
yeah,
and stuff like that. And for people who aren't used to it, coming to class,
yeah,
it can be a little bit strange. So
yeah,
how do you kind of reconcile that,
yeah,
with people who are finding it a bit difficult?
Well, I think there's nothing to lose, and when I first went to a class and there was chanting, I felt like I wanted to run away. I felt like I was in some weird cult, and I'm really not into religion. And the first thing to kind of understand is yoga is not about religion, it's something else. And when these deities pop up, it can make us freak out, like they're gods and goddesses, that means it's religion. And Hinduism and yoga philosophy, and for that matter Buddhism and Jainism and all these traditions that come from the Indian subcontinent come from the same root, Vedic times, even pre-Vedic times. So they have similarities, and that means that there are things in Hinduism which reflect concepts in yoga philosophy or in Samkhya philosophy, for example. So I think as a teacher it's my role to explain to you that if you're chanting to Shiva, it doesn't mean that you're a Hindu, but you are calling upon a quality in yourself. In Shiva it might be about surrendering to the flow of things, Om Namah Shivaya, surrendering to the flow of life, that's as simple as that, or could be about calling up this quality of stillness within you, for example. Or if it's Ganesha, it can be about this quality of kind of steadfastness, so you can think about the imagery of an elephant and clearing a way through the jungle, step by step by step by step. So it's not that you are, converting to Hinduism, but really calling upon a quality within yourself. So I think that's a kind of nice way to understand it. Yeah.
And this can be very useful when you start to do asana and you start to discover stuff that maybe you're like, oh, I need a bit more of this, so I need to like find this part of me, and you can start to use the chanting to do that.
Yeah, definitely. And you can even in your daily life as well, not only in asana practice, because yoga is really not only on your mat, of course, it's out there in the world all the time, every moment. And sometimes if you're just struggling in your asana, you can call up your your inner Ganesha, or if you're just need some comfort because it's just exhausting you, or making you super happy and you don't know what to do with all of those energies that you're experiencing, you could maybe call on the mother and say thank you, and that aspect is within you as well. Thank you to yourself for just engaging with yourself and engaging with all of life and the universe. And that's yoga really tight.
And a little bit different, but kind of along the same line. So puja, kind of an offering, would you say?
Yeah.
What's just kind of a definition so people understand a little bit when...
Well, you can do puja, or there is a puja. So a puja would be maybe a small table, maybe with an offering on it, so maybe with a picture of a deity or a statue of a deity, and then you might make an offering, a piece of fruit or a flower or a leaf or a kilo of gold, I don't know, whatever, or yourself bowing down, just surrendering yourself. So that is in front of a puja. There's also very kind of complicated, very precise rituals which are called pujas, and that tends to be a little more in the Orthodox traditions. It's also to do with Tantra, very, very, very specific ways of performing ritual with all kinds of natural items. But for myself, I think I just, you know, whatever you offer, if you offer it with good intention and from the heart, then that's it, you know, it's already sacred. So for myself at home, I might just have a picture of whatever well, I have a specific deity that I would, you know, bow down to, surrender to, say thank you to, and then I would offer, I would probably go outside, pick up a natural object and just lay it down. Be a bit humble, you know.
Can we ask which deity?
Yeah, Durga Ma. Yeah.
And why?
Well, Durga and Kali are very well. Some people say they're the same, and Kali to me is a little more fierce. But this is personally. I'm not. This is no sort of capital T truth or something. For me, Kali is like, rah, so super fierce. It's sometimes a little much for me. She's also, of course, very benevolent. I had a very sort of moving experience in a Durga temple in the north of Sri Lanka, which kind of made me shift Kali a little to one side and bring Durga to the center of my puja. She feels a little softer to me. And also I noticed in my chanting practices that whenever I would chant to Durga, something was just kind of opening up, and so that's what's resonating with me right now, and for the last couple of years, and probably it will change. I don't know. Yeah, that's Durga.
So it's a very much a personal journey, and can change very much what you're finding useful.
Yeah, although definitely. Although there is, of course, as there's always these kind of paradoxes for us to encounter. Jumping about constantly is not it either. You know, you want to dig a deep old well, not little shallow holes, to get the juice. You know, down to the Shakti. Have it rise up.
Nice. Thank you, Josie. Hopefully that has just clarified, and also it was a very nice grounding explanation, so that people can really access what we're talking about. So it's great.
I think bhakti is just like, you know, getting to the heart of the matter, whatever that means for you.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Thank you very much, Josie. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you next time on Yoga Rocks Box.